simply audacious. Well, that's what a lot of folks in the mid-Ontario county of Haliburton might have said when they heard that 3 local visionaries were discussing the opening of a radio station. In a region of 16,000 permanent residents, this might have seemed a tall order. But the 3, Jack Hewitt, Don Cameron, and Dave Sovereign, each put their $100 on the table, and the Haliburton County Community Radio Association was born. 10 years later, from that tentative beginning, CanoeFM is a bustling enterprise of more than 80 volunteers, plus 2 employees and a contract salesperson. The station developed from a small group of early volunteers to a disciplined organization with a board, standing committees, and a passion for the responsibility the station holds. As a nonprofit community radio station, CanoeFM broadcasts more than 100 hours of live programming a week. Starting early with the morning show through to the specialty programs each evening, the station presents a broad range of programming fare, from opinion shows to arts programs and musical genres that cover everything from rock, blues, and folk to classical jazz and big band. The station looks to sponsors, individual donors, and fundraising activities to generate the revenue required to keep the station on the air. The generosity and loyalty of listeners has been proven year after year, allowing the station to invest in backup generation equipment, newer tower and transmitter technology, and most recently, state-of-the-art recording and control room equipment. Many of the on-air hosts had never been on radio before, and a number of them have been with the station for 5 or more years. The quality of many of the programs has been lauded by listeners and seasonal visitors to the county. Some of the station's best fans listen to the station daily via their internet connection. Emails from the U.S., Britain, and Europe attest to the fact that there is a love for both the station and news of the county. Community groups receive an enormous amount of support for their events and activities, and many of the people doing good and important things in the county are heard being interviewed on the station. It's an important service that CanoeFM provides to listeners, hearing the stories and knowing what's going on in the region. Other notable Canadians like Rick Mercer and Ron James, as well as sports personalities, film directors, and authors, can be heard gracing the airwaves. It's a good reminder to Haliburtonians that, while small in numbers, our communities are important on the Canadian landscape. Behind the scenes, volunteers take on many roles, enabling the station to function in an organized and secure manner. The board oversees the long-range planning and ongoing operation of the station. A volunteer manual and training program are important elements in the station's development. 10 years, a decade, the county's first radio station, and today, the most listened to station in the Highlands. The reasons are obvious. Friends and neighbors populate the station. They're volunteers. And because it is a non-profit community radio station, it is passionately committed to serving the best interests of residents and visitors. CanoeFM is not controlled out of a board office or management center somewhere else in Canada. It's controlled by the spirit and aspirations of the people it serves. As the station celebrates its 10th anniversary, it's not so much about the station itself as it is about people with purpose and passion, delivering on the promise day in and day out. How wonderfully audacious.